Namaskar. Indira Gandhi International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world. Suddenly, systems froze, flights stacked up. Was this a cyber attack, or worse, was it something even more sinister? That's what people were wondering when flights more than 700 that were landing into the IGIA were getting delayed. In fact, this has also caused other airports such as Mumbai and other cities around India to also stack up. So we have a small infographic to tell you what we think happened. This is a quick analysis. It's still evolving, but more or less things are certain now. And we just would like you to like this video. And also, if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. I'm going to bring up the infographic now. Just give me a minute. So, chaos at Indira Gandhi International Airport. I had something like this happen to me about 4 or 5 years ago when we were trying to depart from the same IGIA. What had happened was the immigration software had crashed. So everybody who was being cleared at the immigration, they had to be actually manually entered. So it took a long time, I think 3 hours or something. All the outgoing flights were delayed at that time. That was probably a little bit less complicated one than this one. An unprecedented perfect storm. A perfect storm, think of it like, if 2 or 3 things can go wrong and they are expected to not happen all at once, but in a perfect storm, all of these things happen all at once, thus making the problem much larger than what it normally would have been. So that's what seems to have happened, and this has created widespread chaos for passengers. I'm sorry to say that this was something that could have been avoided. Well, we'll look at what could be the reasons, what led up to this, and I'm now told that everything is back to normal and that flights have started flying again, landing and taking off. So what is the problem? Twofold system failure. The crisis was not a single event. It was a sequence of 2 distinct problems that compounded each other, pushing the system way past its breaking point. Understanding the sequence is a key. By the way, there are also geopolitical storms going on. This is something like what happens from the sun's rays, and that's at a level of 7. And again, that's unconfirmed. This has been going on for the last 48 hours. It can make a little bit of disruption in communication, but the main reason here appears to be twofold. Number one contributing factor, GPS spoofing. There was an attempt to do GPS spoofing, which essentially means that there is an external signal interference that creates initial congestion and also controller strain. So it is like you're trying to show something that is not there. I'll come to GPS spoofing in a little bit more time, and as to how dangerous and effective GPS spoofing can be. The main reason is AMSS software glitch. This is the main software that is used for managing the landing and takeoff of planes, and looks like there was an internal system crash, and this happened because of a glitch in the upgrade that they tried to do. Why was the upgrade needed? I'll come to that also in just a moment. So in essentially what had to happen was, because the automatic software was not working, things had to switch to slow manual processes mode. And this is a very busy airport. As I told you, it's one of the busiest airports in the world. So everything started getting stacked up. Then planes who are already in flight, they have to either land or they have to be routed to a close by airport. And so these also start adding pressure to the nearby airport. All this happened, but now looks like things are beginning to get back to normal. The combined result of GPS spoofing and AMSS software glitch led to an operational collapse, unprecedented chaos, and over 700 plus flights to get delayed. Okay, so what was the primary trigger for the 700 plus delays? It was a technical failure in the automatic message switching system, AMSS. This system is the digital backbone for flight plans. When it crashed, ATC, that is air traffic control, was blinded. So this is the primary cause. So there are two. This was officially confirmed as a technical glitch during an upgrade. The failure forced a full-scale manual operation, which is dramatically slower. So here we are talking about primary cause AMS software is 80% of the problem, and a 20% contributing factor is the GPSS spoofing. I apologize that some of the text is getting cut off, but you get the idea. So what is GPS spoofing? Well, this is something that an external actor perhaps tried to do. It's a form of external interference where counterfeit satellite signals are broadcast, tricking an aircraft's navigation system into believing it is in a different location at a different altitude or at a different time. Now think about it, viewers. Let's say there is the flying aircraft is told that you are near the airport and you are free to land, and because of GPS spoofing, they figure out when they are very, very close that there is actually no strip because the whole thing was wrong. So these are dangerous things that are happening. As to how somebody could have done it, this points to some outside actor, I must say, because not many people can go and create GPS spoofing by interfering with your satellite communications. That's what it appears to be. Now, what was the effect of this? The pilot navigation system showed false data, forced reliance on backup, ground-based aids such as the instrument landing system and VOR, I don't know what, it's visual something, and increased workload for both the pilots and the air traffic control. This led to flight diversions and initial delays. Like I said, when something like this happens, you have to divert some flight because they don't have fuel to go back to the point of origin. This external threat degraded the airport's efficiency and resilience before the main software glitch delivered the final blow. So here is a day-by-day breaking, a compounding effect, a capacity collapse. So let's go back to day one. Normal operations are happening. The operation capacity is at 100%. Then second day, the GPS spoofing impact begins. The capacity goes down to about 80. Let me see the exact number. It is goes down to 85%. On third day, it falls down to 80%. And fourth day, what happens is on day 3, there is continued spoofing and strain. And fourth day, AMSS software crash, and that leaves the capacity to 25%. Now, in recovery mode, we are back up to 60%. So this is where the latest situation is. Those of you who are taking flights, make sure that you check the make sure that you check the flight details, that it is actually going to take off on time. Chances are all across India, the internal flights, whether it is Indigo or Vistara or whichever airline, chances are that those are delayed. So don't leave your home because don't want to go and crowd the airport. You want to wait till you get some clarity. If it's 2-3 hours late, wait until you know for sure that it's a confirmed departure time, and then also you could get a small delay. So just be warned. Please check first before you leave your home. So the key takeaways of what happened: the AMSS software glitch was a primary direct cause of the 700 plus delays, forcing a revert to slow manual ATC procedures. Number 2, GPS spoofing was a separate serious factor that had already congested the airport and reduced its resilience on the days prior. I just showed you a chart on that. The incident was officially ruled a technical failure, not a cyber attack, though the spoofing was a form of external interference. Again, like what I said, the unprecedented chaos highlights the critical dependency of modern aviation on complex automated systems and their vulnerability. So there you have it, viewers. This is where we are right now. Things are coming back to normal slowly but surely. And I think I'd like to take some questions now, if there are any. Let me just see. Oh, 1 second. I'm going to give you all the spoofing stuff. All right. So here, this is the spoofing that is happening. I told you, right, that planes that are flying could be made to believe that they could be closer to the airport than where they are, or it could be also farther from the airport. If you cannot land the plane on the runway, chances of it blowing up are very, very high. Plus, like what happened in the 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏 crash, people living in houses nearby will also get damaged. So here you have the an example of GPS spoofing. What happens is the spoofer creates situation to make it think that the real position is actually shifted to a spoof position. This to me is an external actor. My personal opinion, having dealt with electronics all my life, I can tell you this seems to be an external actor. Now, if you take a look at what happens when you are using a drone, for example, the initial location is on the left side. Then the spoofer takes the drone and fabricates the GPS signal, and you can see that it is supposed to have gone to landing location. That was the intended path, but the spoof path takes it to a spoof destination, and this can essentially cause harm to somebody who was not the intended recipient of the drone. I mean, these are things that are happening all the time these days, and that's why Operation Sindoor was very effective in taking down many of these drones in flight itself, not letting them to land. Just give me 1 second, I need to fix one little thing. Okay, next question, please. Is it because of Chinese hackers, APT group, or any updates for the failures? Neelakantan, whoever did it, I don't think the Indian government is going to reveal it. They're probably going to wait until they figure out who it is, and these things have to have a payback. And I'm still waiting to see what India did for the 2020 October 13th, if I remember correctly, hack of bringing down the power grid of South Mumbai for 13 hours. And this was something that the Chinese said they will do, and then they did it to demonstrate how big their, what is. Anyway, so this one you'll have to wait and see, and I think India might not reveal who did it, but at the same time, India will try to harden their system so that something like this will not happen again. Next one, please. Magnet Ranga says, half front in Bharat is getting dangerous. For every one failure, our agencies must be stopping hundreds of attempts, which we will never know. And can we expect involvement of politicians opposing Modi ji too? Well, you have a lot of merit in that question, Magnet Ranga ji. See, what is going on is it is expected that the India alliance might lose in Bihar too. And this could set the template for many other states that are just coming to election in the next few months. And these are sore losers, and they have been encouraged by outer elements to try and cause mayhem. And there are a lot of causes, there are lots of reasons. And whether if they are doing this, that means they are anti-national, and they should be tried for treason, in my opinion. Well, that has been one of my biggest disappointments, that somehow these people have been dealt with kid gloves by the current government. Next one, please. Okay, those are all the questions we have, and I'm going to wrap it up now. As always, please like our videos and also subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so. And this came together in just a matter of a few minutes. I hope you appreciated the infographics and the information we provided. So it's a twofold problem. One of them could have had an external actor, and in fact, because the first problem was there, maybe the people in Delhi International Airport thought, okay, maybe AMSS software has a fix in the next upgrade. Let's do the upgrade. Maybe that went wrong. So that's why I'm saying this is a perfect storm. Thanks for watching again. Namaskar.